I remember my first taste of the freedom. It was just Nick and I gliding down the Phoenix Canal. We talked and laughed as our legs carried us further and further down the boundless waterway. I was so overwhelmed with the freedom and the bliss of the moment that I could barely notice the cool wind sweeping through my hair, or the soft sound of the gravel crunching below the tires of my mountain bike. But as we rode along a bend in the canal, we saw something truly inspiring. Quiescent on the gravel path lied a female mallard duck, and it was only after the sound of our approaching bikes awakened her that she revealed the 12 ducklings that were concealed under her broad body. Nick and I watched in amazement at this gentle spectacle, as each of the puffy offspring followed the mother into the canal and swam down with the current. To this day I remember the spur of adventure, the risk, the unpredictability of those long rides. How could I forget? On those old mountain bikes, we would venture all around the city, buying sodas, and journeying down the canal as far as our legs would take us. It was my first exposure to the freedom of being able to go anywhere, just my friends and I, leaving our lives behind, and truly enjoying ourselves. Those were times I'll never forget. It seems that life moves so quickly. My parents, my uncles, my aunts, they would all tell me the same thing. Enjoy being young while it lasts. Those were such meaningful words. It seems like just yesterday that Nick and I were first riding down that canal, leaving our troubles in the dust, and simply enjoying our young lives. But that was not yesterday, and I still cannot believe how the years fly by so quickly. It is that draws out the same question in each of us. How do we make our time last? The simple answer to this question is that we cannot make more time, but the secret to making our time count is how we live it. When I would ride bikes all over town with my friends, we had but a care in the world, and there was no place we could have wished more to be. I can look back on those joyous times, doing what I loved, and tell myself honestly that this was time well spent. To live life without regret, like I did those days on my bike, is how to make each second in life count. I set the worries and complications of life aside, and by taking chances and doing what I loved, I strolled off the beaten path, and there is no way I desire more to live my life. I believe that life is for living, and with such limited time we have, why not live it well? Only by doing what we love and want, and by taking chances here and there, can we truly live our lives without regret. I remember one particular line from the song Ants Marching by the Dave Matthews Band, which states, "Take these chances, place them in a box until a quieter time. Lights down, you up and die." What Dave means by this is that too many people never take chances and put off things that they wish to do in their lives. But before they know it, their time is up, and they are left with so many regrets. We should be able to look back on our lives and say, that was time well spent. I believe in the importance of being free with our friends, taking chances, and doing what we love and want. Life is for living, so use your time well.